And what was it? What did you think of him?
Paul, just to prove to people what a good player you were, we've got a clip of you here in action for West Ham.
Hogg coming in. Oh, a turn by Hughes and off the line by Brush.
It's a fantastic bit of action. Well, tell us about that.
Well, that was a long time ago when they first used to do live football.
Oh, hold on a minute. This don't look right.
Okay, hold on. I'll sort it. Okay. Carry on, Paul.
Sorry, Paul.
And I think the first half an hour of the programme was cut out. They used to show live football for an hour because Wogan used to interfere and be on at the beginning.
Did Wogan used to interfere? You'd know about that.
He doesn't do it anymore. So they actually interrupted the game to show the Wogan show?
It started late, yes. That was... Wogan was
right?
on, so football was second place.
Can we stop the interview with Paul now, please?
Getting a bit heavy. Go on, put it down.
Oh, thanks very much.
I told you you should have cleaned them first.
So, Paul, I mean, we're just talking about older football with Roy, but you've seen a few changes in your time. I mean, publicity and press agents, all that are different now from what they used to be.
Well, that's right. There are a lot of changes, much more high profile now.
And one of the things that you see footballers doing all the time now for publicity is appearing in strange photographs. We've got a few of them here, I think. Now, that's Carlton Palmer as Sonic the Hedgehog, would you believe?
Just like him.
Yeah, it is just like him.
Now that's Peter Beardsley as a jockey, and the great thing about this is Peter Beardsley actually looks more like a jockey than he does.
It's weird, isn't it?
He just looks perfectly at home with the old gear on.
This is David Burrows as Adolf Hitler, which is a fantastic idea.
He obviously he knew his way to the hearts of the West Ham fans, didn't he? Oh dear, there'll be a few letters about that, but we don't care, do we? So here's John Barnes getting a bit of money by false pretences. And here's another shot of John Barnes getting a bit of money by false pretences.
Actually, we've got a shot of you, Paul, haven't we? A shot of you, which is slightly in the same vein. There you go.
Fantastic.
Your relationship with Basil goes back quite a long time.
About 14 years, yes.
About 14 years.
Did you have a nickname when you were a player?
Funny enough, it was Basil.
How did I know that was coming? Because Basil was on, and he was telling us that people used to call him Paul all the time. That's weird, isn't it?
It's time to look at the teams.
Let's look at Roy's team.
Roy, let's have a look at your team. Now, as we've said, it hasn't been doing as well as it was. Can you pinpoint the problem?
Well, Beanie hasn't been playing. Lucic's been back in the lead to goal. McGrath has only been playing when Aston Villa let a lot of goals in. When Aston Villa didn't let any goals in, for some reason McGrath wasn't playing.
That's because he keeps disappearing, though, isn't he?
Well, be very careful. Libel cases have been mounted on less evidence of that. Nilsson's been playing...
Did you say... Libel to say Paul McGrath disappeared?
It is to say he's been mounted, isn't it? Oh, sorry, I'm putting words in your mouth. Sorry, Roy.
Nilsson has been playing a lot against Manchester United, which hasn't been a great help.
That's another mistake, isn't it?
That's right.
And you've got Roy Keane in your team.
Who's a good player in the real world, but not in the fantasy.
No, he's a defensive midfield player.
Defensive midfield player, hardly any assists.
Although he was scoring at the start of the football season, not our season, he was scoring quite a lot, wasn't he? And now he seems...
Stats will know how many points he's got for me.
He probably won't, will he? Oh,
6, yeah, 3 assists. He hasn't managed a goal for yet, Roy, but he has got 3 assists.
It is a pity, because you feel if you've got a Man United player in your side that you've cracked it, really. But he's, as you say, more of a defensive one. Mind you, Roy Keane is a sort of a player's player, isn't he? And he certainly gets the respect from his fellow professionals, as we can see here, I think. There he's having a bit of a word with someone. And, I think that meant 0-0.
Makes me proud to have him in my team.
Yeah.
Well, one thing Roy was going to ask you is, I don't think you've bought one player so far. And, hold it. What's that?
What's that noise?
Oh, God, it's Basil Brush!
Hiya, fellas.
Basil.
Wow, it's lovely to see you.
It's good to see you.
Show's going very well.
Congratulations, because you are top of the league. Oh, you're right, all right.
Oh, that's marvellous, marvellous.
Oh, that's upset Roy. Last time Roy was on, they were chanting Hattersley, Hattersley, top of the league.
Oh, that's...
God.
You're chanting something.
Would you like to hear a poem?
You'll be back, Roy.
Would you like to hear a poem?
Yes,
Well, why not?
Of course, Basil. A spark from a fire unconfined caught a girl in her... Yeah, well, never mind. She said, oh, what a pain. I feel just like a train, because I've got a tender behind.
Happily, we get a lot of... Oh, fantastic. Thought you'd lost it there for a minute, but you came in at the end.
So Paul's here. Paul, your mate Paul Brush is here.
Oh, really? Hello, Paul. How are you?
Fine, boss.
Do you recognise me?
Yes, I do. You haven't changed much.
He's doing it on the spot, isn't it? Are you pleased with the job that Paul's done for you?
Oh, very well, very well. It's a very good job, isn't it, Mr. Sato?
Yeah, when you're top, you're 2 points clear, you're going well.
It's marvellous, isn't it? I mean, old Fox has got 14 points for me.
Yeah, quite expensive. It cost you $5.5 million. So.
Well, yes.
That's the first laugh Stato's ever got on this. I couldn't quite see it myself, but...
No, I liked it. That was very good.
Barton's got 18, and I got him free!
Basil.
Yes.
You may not remember, but you've been a commentator and a satirist on football for many years. Back in 1973,
Yes.
you still had your finger on the pulse of the game.
Yeah, I did, yes. Played very good soccer.
Show a clip of Basil.
And Drake won every game of balls beside the Plymouth Sound. And we wouldn't have lost to Poland in the qualifying round. If we always had success in the days of good Queen Bess. Ba-boom!
Basil, let's have a look at your team.
Right.
Here it is. Paul, perhaps you could tell us what your basic thoughts were when you put this side together.
Well, it was to get some good defenders, which we managed to do, and some creative midfield players. But we were a bit short early on, forward-wise, and Fjortov's come in and performed very well when Swindon are at home.
You've got Waddle.
That's right. That's been the biggest disappointment is Waddle hasn't played.
Yeah.
Hasn't he?
Since we started.
Hang on, your boss is saying something. Sorry, Basil.
He's been injured.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
I thought that might be why he hadn't played. We actually got some footage here of Chris Waddle.
This will cheer you up, actually, Roy.
This is when he was a kid, and it's actual home video. Well, not home video. 16mm.
This is Chris Waddle as a schoolboy, and you can still see the old Waddle skills here. Look at that body swerve. Watch him go. Oof.
Marvellous. And then he went on to model his haircut on your tail, Basil.
Did he really? Get off.
Get off.
Don't upset Basil, you know. He can turn, you know. I've seen him kill 4 chickens in about 8 seconds.
You shouldn't go to those places anyway, you know that.
Hell of a club that was. Anyway, now it's time for Phoenix from the Flames. This week, George Best beats Gordon Banks, but the referee beats George Best.
George, can I stop by saying that it's a real honour to meet you, the greatest footballer ever. It's just a real honour, and to take part in the reconstruction of one of your goals. I mean, I'm just so excited.
Okay, calm down. Right, now I'll be Gordon Banks, George, and you be George Best, right? It's pretty straightforward. So I'll stick the post down.
Hold on.
For it.
What about me?
Eh? Well, it's sort of a two-man thing, you know. It's just sort of Gordon Banks and George Best. There's no room for you, really.
Well, I could be George.
All right, then.
Okay, is there a boutique anywhere I can pose in front of?
Well, hold it, you know. Let's just practice this first.
No, I never turn up for training.
It's probably been drinking or something. Not that I suggest you.
Of course. Either I play George Best or I ain't doing it.
Oh, well.
You could be Gordon Banks. I mean, that would be.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Joe, I'll be one of the England defenders.
That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You could be Peter Storey. Well, yeah, but that doesn't make him a bad person, does it, George?
Not really, no.
All
He's
right,
a nice guy, really.
Yeah.
All right.
You be Peter Storey, I'll be Gordon Banks, and you be George Best.
All right, sounds good.
Come on. So, what happened next, George?
Well, Peter Storey passed it back to Gordon Banks.
Gordon?
What?
You're not interested in any...
Banks picked it up. In those days, the keepers could take as many steps as they wanted. And I'd watched Banks. I knew he threw it up in the air before he cleared it. And, we ducked and dived against each other a little bit. He throws it up in the air. I flicked it when he tossed it in the air. It bounced once, and I had it into the goal.
Banks being driven left, and was that a foul? The whistle hasn't gone. Best.
Don't answer Bryony, now go away.
Foul given.
So what happened? Why did the ref disallow it?
Well, I asked him right away, and he didn't seem to know. And then afterwards, he had time to think. He said it was for dangerous play, but I'm not too sure.
Right.
Well, perhaps we should have another look at it then. I'll tell you what, Dave, you be Gordon Banks this time.
Oh, good. I didn't want to be George Best. Anyway, I'd only end up swearing at that nice Terry Wogan. Disgraceful.
Played it before then.
Banks being driven left.
Have a drink, get them just pop. Obviously. Oh, it looks like Peter Storey left some. Is it a reason here? Anyway, how much time have you got now?
About 2 minutes.
Hey?
What?
What are we going to do for the last 2 minutes?
I don't know. How are we going to waste some time?
Sorry about this, we're a bit sort of under time, but we'll think of something.
I think they're bringing you off.
Oh, God, I picked up a bit of an injury during that last joke, actually.
Well, you're number 9. Who's number 13 in the squad?
I don't know.
Hello, Ray. What's the plan?
The boss said, Baddo, because you have to call footballers with an O or a Y on their end of their name.
Right.
No clever questions.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Quick interview with me. Use up the time.
OK. So, Ray, you're the most agreeable man in sport. You're not likely to take issue with anyone. Do you think the semi-final should be played at Wembley? So there you have it. It's no good. It's not what I'm used to. Could you do something a bit more like what I'm used to?
How about if I went, come on the Albion. Come on you beggies, come on you beggies.
That's fantastic, Ray. That's the way. Well, I think that's about it, really. Thanks to Roy, thanks to Paul, thanks to Basil.
Next week's guests are Sue Johnston and Bob Mortimer. That's all we got time for.
That's all we've got time for? You can't. I haven't given Mr. Stanhope his present yet. Have I, Mr. Stanhope? It's your present. Right, it's your turn to pick it up.
Well, thanks very much.
It's... That's how you should laugh at my jokes.